We often think strength means keeping it all together, never showing weakness, and always pushing through. But what if real strength comes from vulnerability and softness? Today, we will redefine strength and show you why opening up emotionally and reconnecting to your femininity is your greatest asset and power. Women have felt the need to overcompensate after years of oppression, challenges, and societal expectations. We have fought hard to gain power, autonomy, and value in a world where for too long, we had none. And don't get me wrong, the world has a long way still to go. However, I want to talk about how this overcompensation and energy shift is having a negative impact on your relationships and what you need to do about it now before it's too late. Let's dive in.
We all grew up watching fairy tales featuring Prince Charming, but not everyone gets the happy ever after they had in their dreams. So what are you supposed to do when your fairy tale ends? When everything you thought you knew falls apart? Welcome to Happily Ever After, What Now? I'm Kiri Honey, a confident communication coach for women, sharing my own experience after infidelity to help women learn to forgive and find their way forward to a life and relationship they love.
So let's start off by talking about masculine and feminine energy. Now, this is not about being masculine or being feminine. In fact, it has nothing to do with being male or female at all. It simply refers to different ways of being and different ways of doing and seeing things. So let's start off by discussing what masculine energy is and what it looks like. Masculine energy is characterized by independence, a strong desire to do things on your own without asking for help. Logic, so rational thoughts and facts. Control, taking charge and leading, and has a large focus on action, doing and fixing. Structure, so discipline and focus. And strength, physical and emotional toughness, perseverance, that kind of, as well as the energy of protection and a strong sense of responsibility, providing safety and well-being for loved ones. So on the other hand, what is feminine energy? Feminine energy on the other side is characterized by things like intuition, trusting your gut and emotional insights, empathy and compassion, receptivity, so welcoming new ideas and experiences, nurturing, supporting and caring for others, creativity and adaptability, so having an ease and a flow, connection, working together in harmony and focusing on cooperation, not competition. And finally, patience and presence, a greater sense of appreciation for the journey over the destination. Now, I want to take a moment to point out that neither one of these energies is better than the other. They are both valuable and necessary. The problem, however, is that more women are devaluing their feminine energy based on what's been happening in society and stepping more into their masculine, which in turn is creating an imbalance in not only themselves, but also in their relationships. So let's talk about 5 different ways this imbalance is affecting your relationships and what you can do about it before it's too late. So first off, we're going to talk about the impact of overusing masculine energy in your relationship. So as I mentioned, masculine energy characterized by independence, logic, action, and control, although incredibly valuable in certain aspects of your life, will be damaging to your relationship if not kept in check. You may be asking why? Because when both partners are in their masculine, it can lead to competition, like keeping score, a lack of emotional intimacy, because neither wants to be seen as vulnerable or weak, and a power struggle in the relationship, always wanting to be right or the one who gets their way. Are you always trying to control the situation in your relationship? Do you get upset or angry with your partner when they don't do it your way? I want to share with you a little example. Let's take going out on a date. You're desperate for your partner to take control and organize a date. So he finally caves, and he does. But he takes you to a restaurant that you don't like. You get shitty because you expect him to know that you don't like that restaurant. Maybe you don't like the food, or maybe it's too expensive and you don't think you should have to pay that much for a meal. Whatever the reason is, you justify it in your head. You think, fuck it. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself, right? Or maybe you say to him, why'd you pick this place? You know, I don't like whatever it is. So what does that do? Well, first off, there's no way he's going to take control of date night again because, well, what's the point? You're not going to appreciate it anyway. So why should he bother? This example shows that both partners very much in masculine. Neither is willing to soften and go with the flow of the moment. Both are trying to control the situation. This leads me both to the solution and a question that I invite you to ask yourself. What do you want? If you want your partner to organize a date night, let them, and be appreciative of the effort that they put in, even if it wasn't exactly what you had in mind or how you would have done it. If you want something specific, do it. Organize the date yourself. Take control. The key is to focus on exactly what you want from the experience, to give or to receive, and then be open to whatever happens next. The flow. Now, at the end of each of these points, I'm going to share a few journaling prompts with you. So here's a few journaling prompts that can help you connect to where you are maybe more in your masculine. So I invite you to ask yourself, where am I trying to control situations? And where could I step back to allow my partner to take the lead? So let's get on to number 2. Why feminine energy is essential for emotional intimacy. Feminine energy is all about feeling, nurturing, connecting. Without this, relationships feel transactional or distant, and without that emotional depth. Feminine energy invites vulnerability and openness, which are key to building trust and connection. So here's a little example of where you need to balance that masculine and feminine. The masculine part of you decides that you are going to take the lead. You're going to stop expecting or making assumptions about the other person. The lead you are taking is by going first in being open, honest, and vulnerable. This is not weakness. This is, in fact, your greatest strength as a woman. This is you showing the way for your partner to follow, not telling them how to do it, because no one likes to be told what to do. So here's some more journaling prompts for you. Where could I be more open, honest, and vulnerable? What have I struggled to be honest about? What am I not saying? Why am I afraid to say it? These prompts will help you figure out why you are feeling stuck and why it's so hard to be vulnerable. Okay, so let's get into number 3, the power of softness in conflict resolution. In many relationships, conflict arises when both partners operate from a place of masculine energy, focusing on being right, winning, and dominating the conversation. This often escalates arguments, with both partners trying to be top dog rather than actually resolve the issue. Introducing softness through empathy, with the goal being to understand the other person, and active listening, no cutting in, allows for resolution without aggression. Of course, you can't get it right all the time. Your natural response will often be to get defensive. So it's crucial to recognize when you are feeling triggered. Take a deep breath and respond from a place of understanding and vulnerability. Saying something like, I feel hurt when this happens, rather than, you always do this. So here's some more journaling prompts to help you navigate this one. What is something your partner always does that you don't like? Why does it bother me? Why do I think they keep doing this? How am I contributing to this problem? What could I do differently to show more compassion or understanding if or when this happens again? What can I do to support growth or change to move forward? Okay, now let's talk about number 4, how constant masculine energy creates burnout in your relationship. When women consistently operate in their masculine energy, managing everything, problem solving, and over-functioning, it often leads to burnout. Not just in your personal life, but also in your relationship. You might feel resentful to your partner for not stepping up, but at the same time, struggle to let go of control. Ever felt like you've had enough, that your partner needs to start pulling their weight? You may want help, but you struggle to receive help unless it's done in the exact way you want it. Does that sound familiar? This is where you need to reconnect to your feminine side and take small steps to release some of that control. This could include asking your partner for help and doing it in a way that makes them understand why it's important. Trusting them with tasks and allowing time for it to get done, and allowing yourself to receive love and care without questioning what they want in return. And here's some more journaling prompts. Where can I let go of some control? Where can I ask my partner for help? Okay, and let's get into the last one. Number 5, surrendering to flow rather than forcing outcomes. Feminine energy trusts the flow of life and relationships, allowing things to unfold naturally. In contrast, being too much in your masculine can create a constant need to control or force outcomes, which leave both partners feeling stressed and disconnected. Practice surrendering by letting go of your need to control everything in your relationship, remembering that the only thing you really can control is yourself. And here's some journaling prompts to help you through this. Where can I embrace more spontaneity? What could I trust my partner with more? Where do I need to stop micromanaging or second guessing my partner and their actions? As we wrap up today's episode, I invite you to take some time to consider where you might be overusing the masculine. Reconnecting to your softness, vulnerability, and feminine energy do not make you weak. In fact, it makes you unbelievably strong and opens you up to deeper emotional intimacy and a stronger, more connected partner. The goal is not to abandon masculine traits. It is essential to have both sides. You simply need to find a healthier balance and create space to allow your feminine side to grow and flourish. So let's dive into 3 ways you can reconnect with that feminine side on a daily basis. But first, understanding the balance of masculine and feminine energy and learning to grow this awareness takes time and intention. First, you have to reveal the problem. Then you need to release any feelings or judgments before you can reclaim your power, open yourself up to receive, and then ultimately revive. If you're ready to reclaim your feminine power, the first step is to download my free guide, The 5 Keys to Relationship Revival. Reviving relationships can be challenging at the best of times. Learning to rebuild, forgive, and move forward so you can have more love, compassion, and fun, well, that's just darn right hard without the support of someone who's been through it too. That's why it's important to take action today, because waiting for things to get better on their own rarely works. Instead, negative emotions fester, creating more distance and resentment. Taking action helps you regain some control and sets the tone for positive change. By taking the first step, you are actively opening the door for growth, understanding, and reconnection. Remember, every day you wait is another day further from the relationship you desire. So if you're ready to take action to revive your relationships so you can be heard, understood, and appreciated for the woman that you are, if you're ready to boost your confidence and ability to communicate in a real and empowered way, download my free guide at www.kirihoney.com/5 habits freebie. That's www.kirihoney.com/5 habits free. Okay, so we were talking about how your softness, vulnerability, and feminine energy are your greatest asset and do not make you weak. And we were discussing how to find a greater balance between your masculine and your feminine energy. So let's discuss now 3 ways you can invite in more feminine energy on a daily basis. Remember, feminine energy is characterized by intuition, empathy, compassion, receptivity, nurturing, creativity, adaptability, connection, patience, and presence. So number 1 is setting up your day for success. Start your day by grounding into your feminine energy. This could be a few minutes of meditation, stretching, drawing, journaling, waking up earlier if you've got a busy household with kids, so you can enjoy a moment of peace before the busyness of the day is a great way to nurture yourself first. And in the middle of your often masculine oriented day where you're trying to get everything done, take as little as a 5-minute break, have a cup of tea, do a little doodle, listen to an uplifting song, take some deep breaths, or a short walk to ground yourself back into your feminine. And in the evening, disconnect from your devices, light a candle, enjoy some lovely music, and discuss the best parts of your day with your family and loved ones. Number 2, reconnect with nature. Feminine energy is deeply connected with cycles, seasons, moon, etc. Spending time outdoors can help you reconnect with your feminine essence by slowing down and being more in tune with natural rhythms and the world around you. Consider how you can spend more time outside. Is it a morning walk? Is it spending some time in the garden or just sitting outside in stillness? This is your invitation to be present and mindful of the natural beauty around you. This encourages appreciation, connection, presence, and flow. And number 3, the power is in the pause. Letting go of that superwoman mentality. You're probably feeling the pressure to do it all, excel in your career, manage your family life, and maintain perfect relationships, which leads you to burnout and prevents you from tapping into your feminine energy. Letting go of this need to do it all can open the door to more softness and receptivity. Slowly start to release this need to be constantly achieving something by embracing the power of rest and restoration. Taking breaks and moments of self-care, as well as asking for help, does not diminish your strength, but in fact enhances it by allowing yourself to recharge and come back strong. So to recap, the 3 ways to invite in more feminine energy on a daily basis are: number 1, set your day up for success. Number 2, reconnect with nature. And number 3, the power is in the pause. That's it for today. I hope you found this helpful on your journey to a more balanced way of being. Thank you for joining me. May your coffee be hot, your family be happy, and your relationships be fulfilling and fun. Take care.